Testing, hot outbound call. 1, 2, 3, 4. You on the air?
Are you ready?
Make the approach. Plant your feet firmly in the ground. Head down. Eyes on the ball. Relax. That's it. Get your left arm straight. Your right arm straight. Relax. Lower your right shoulder. Go!
The Honeymooners Podcast, the only podcast that is all about the greatest show of all time. With the stars, Joe Conti and Louis Fatts.
Welcome, fellow raccoons and members of the Women's Auxiliary. What's happening, all you Hurricanes, Bensonhurst Bombers, and all you Robert Hilliard Bradleys of the world? You're listening to the Honeymooners Podcast with me, Joe Conti, and my pal Louis Fatts.
Well, there is a way, a very simple way. If a guy's really the boss of his house, it isn't any trouble for him to call up his wife and tell her he's bringing a friend over for supper.
I love when I get surprised at what you do. I didn't even ask you what you're going to do today. The only discussion-based comedy podcast all about the greatest show of all time. We record in the Non-Productive Studios at 328 Chauncey Street in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a positive review because we'll read them. Our home base is non-productive.com/honeymooners. That's where you go if you want to listen to any of the previous 72 episodes.
That's right.
And if you go on Facebook, like our Honeymooners podcast Facebook page. We also have a Twitter account if you want to follow us on Twitter. And if you want to leave a voicemail, call 240-442-2635. Leave a voicemail, and we'll play the voicemail on the air. Mm-hmm. And don't forget to email us if you want to get us.
Yeah, bangzoom1956@gmail.
What's going on, Lou?
Joe, number 73, and there's only 173, and that's Joe Klecko.
Joe Klecko, nice.
Now, were you just becoming a Jet fan?
Just becoming a Jet fan.
Okay, because that's the 80s.
Yes,
early
80s. I started watching him in like 82. I was like 12.
Right, he was 82. Okay, all right, he was a 6th-round draft choice.
Was he a 6th round?
6th round draft choice.
There's a big thing of trying to get him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there is a big push.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of positives from offensive linemen saying that he was just as good as so-and-so who's in the Hall of Fame.
And he was an All-Pro at 2 different positions.
3.
Was it 3?
Him and Frank Gifford are the only 2 guys in the history of the NFL to be All-Pro at 3 different positions. That's what it says here on Wikipedia. It's defensive end. He started out as an end, moved into tackle, and then went to nose tackle.
Oh, that's right.
So they consider
when he was
nose,
like the nose guard, nose tackle.
They consider nose to be different from tackle, but it's basically the same position.
Right.
But that's 3 times.
Wow.
Joe Klecko. And he was in one of those movies with Jackie Gleason and Burt Reynolds.
Cannonball Run?
Cannonball, whatever we call it. The one with the elephant. Remember the one with the elephant?
Oh,
what do you call that? Those movies?
Yeah, the race car one. Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, whatever that was. 2, 3.
It wasn't the first one.
No, it wasn't the first one.
It was one of the
Dom
ones
DeLuise and the elephant.
Right. I think that was 2 or 3.
Yeah, he played a truck driver now.
Oh, okay.
Joe Klecko gets out of the truck. It's great. Anyway, that's it. Joe Klecko.
Number 73.
Part of the New York Sack Exchange.
Nice.
With Lyons, Gastineau, and Abdul Salam.
Beautiful. Nice. Before we get started, we want to obviously thank our great sponsor, SilkCityHotSauce.com. Get yourself some great hot sauce. What you do is go to SilkCityHotSauce.com, and when you purchase your great hot sauce, and they have weird names, okay? Like Badass Jew, which Lou loves. Yeah, by the way, I just over the weekend we had tacos, and my wife was like, "Why don't you try some of your, because I only used the Taco Fiesta, Mango Madness."
Oh, that's a good one.
Was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And then Slurp,
that's peach.
Fire in the Flesh.
Yep.
It's a peach flavor.
Yep.
My wife was amazed. She was like, "How does this hot sauce go from a peach sweet flavor and then instantaneously become spicy?"
Spicy, hits you at the end.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So what you do is go to SilkCityHotSauce.com, get yourself some great hot sauce. Then when you go to the checkout counter, you go and there's a little coupon code in the corner. You put RX in the coupon code. Get yourself 15%.
Percentage.
15% percentage of nothing is nothing. And you get 15% off your order, plus you get a free bottle of cherry sriracha. And I'm telling you, I'm becoming a hot sauce fan.
Joe wasn't even a hot sauce
guy. I was never a hot sauce guy. And now, Huck-Tui to all the other hot sauces out there.
That's right.
All right, it's just Silk City Hot Sauce and our pal Jeff Kingfish Levinsky. He's a raccoon. His father had one of the original tables and chairs from one of the 60s versions of the actual Honeymooners show in the garage. He was part of the original Ralph group, I think.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's one of us.
He's got raccoon in his DNA.
He's got raccoon
DNA.
Yes, I saw him digging through my garbage the other day. So maniac. But yes, please support him and support Silk City Hot Sauce, and because in turn you're supporting
it helps us. Yeah.
And also get yourself a Honeymooners podcast T-shirt. Now I can't figure out the actual link. It's like, but go to either the Honeymooners podcast Facebook page, and you'll see. Just go back one or two, and you'll see the advertisings for the T-shirt, and there's a link for it. Yeah. And for $20, you get a beautiful, handsome, hot gray, white, and black T-shirt. Honeymooners podcast.
Only one way I could describe it.
Suave. Exactly. And get yourself one of those and delivered to your door.
That's right.
$20, including all shipping for a shirt. We have small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, and all sizes 32 to 50.
No, not in there for Ralph.
But if you, for some reason, you can't find the link or whatever, just you can email me or email Louie.
Yeah, email. I'll.
Yes.
Not the joke.
He'll send it to me, and then I'll send the link. Because there's no actual the link. It's in the page somewhere, but
so I won't be able to figure that out. So,
but please support the show.
Yes.
And some guys have already who have bought it. They've showed pictures.
Yeah,
and they love it.
They love it. Yeah.
They're supporting the show.
Yep.
I went to a racetrack in Connecticut.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, Lime Brook or something like that. Lime
Dog track?
No, race car.
Oh, race car
for my wife.
I think.
Right, yeah. I went because my wife works for a car dealership, and they were racing.
Oh, okay.
They were actually one of the cars racing, and I had my Honeymooners podcast T-shirt. Wow. And there's thousands of people there.
Yeah.
I got so many cool looks. A few people were like, it's because all they see is Honeymooners.
Yeah.
So at the very least, you'll get people to notice you.
I got them in the trunk if you want to buy one.
I got 2,000 of these up in the Bronx.
All I have to do is pay storage on them. I got them.
All right.
Let's get to the show here.
All right. What we're going to do is first we're going to tap back to episode 72.
Yes.
For a bit, because we were talking about the timeline.
Yeah.
In the one episode. What is it? Matter of Record.
Matter of Record.
And that timeline when Alice was gone for the week or 2 weeks. Or
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Louis has even more, a little bit to add to it.
Something more that the part where we're gonna some of the stuff we just have to assume things.
Of course,
we don't like to do it, but
it's the Honeymooners universe.
Honeymooners. So we have to assume something. So we said that the first part of it when Ralph says she's been gone for 5 days, and okay, so we got that out of the way. There's 5 days between him actually making the record. And Alice leaving and him making the record. So then if he makes the record, Norton sends the wrong record because of Trixie.
Right.
And actually can't blame it on Trixie. I mean, Norton just could have got up and turned around and picked up the record.
No.
Anyway. So now we figured that took a couple more days. So we'll just say 7 days, 8 days. Because back then, slow mail. And I'm sure that record got there in pristine shape through the mail.
Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking Cliff Clavin because I've been binging the Cheers for the last 3 months. So I'm thinking Cliff Clavin dropping that off in 1955.
Really. It was a 78. By the time I got there, it was a 45. Anyway, so now the thing was Norton and Ralph,
right?
Because remember, all right, Joseph, when he comes with the thing on his head,
right?
Now this happens the last day, right, Joe? This happens on the day
that Folsom comes in.
Right. So this is the third week because he says she's been gone 3 weeks. So now, and what we're getting to is, so now I asked Joe, I said, Joe, do you think Ralph was not talking to Norton through this whole time? Now it would be a 2 week period.
2 week period,
because the first week is gone. The first week is gone.
And then they record the record.
And after that, everything goes downhill.
Right.
So we're thinking, is this a 2-week period now? Is Ralph not speaking to Norton here?
You know what? When you asked the question, and then when you brought up the next thing that we're going to talk about, made me think yes.
Okay.
Because of what you're about to say.
Now, what I'm going to say here is when Norton says to Ralph, friends?
When he says, I gave her the right record, and she cried and she cried.
And she
Not
back.
Only is she coming back, she is back.
And down the store, in the corner store, and you're going to make it the best dinner you ever had. And he goes, oh, Norton, blah, blah, blah. And he says, Norton says to him, friends?
Friends?
And then Ralph says, friends. Now, we were talking about, this shows you how important this friendship is to Ed Norton. More so than Ralph.
More so than
Ralph is, we've touched on this in previous podcasts. Yeah. He's not the best friend.
Right.
He really isn't.
In one of the first episodes we did.
Actually, it was way back.
It was probably episode number 4 or 5 where we actually talked about how Ed Norton is the best friend anybody could ever have. Anybody could ever have. He is the quintessential best friend.
Yes, he is. So here, Norton's asking Ralph for his friendship back. Friends, and then Ralph, friends. And Ralph just says it because
he's so happy.
Because Norton just did something for him. And that's the only reason why he wants to be a friend, because that's the kind of guy Ralph is.
Right.
But this shows you how great a man and friend Ed Norton is.
Right. It was so important for him to not only help his friend, but to have the friendship back.
Yep.
And that's what it sounds corny, but yeah, the show, it's great, it's hilarious, but the characters are so likable.
Yep.
And Ed Norton is one of the most likable characters in the history of television.
Even
I'll say it.
Yeah,
I'll say it.
That's right. Say it. Who cares what anybody thinks? And Ralph, with all his foibles, is still a likable guy because you know why? In the end, he's the loser. So how you don't really dislike a loser.
Yes.
You know?
It's always like
you feel sorry for him at the end.
You feel sorry for him at the end, but it's always easy to root for an underdog.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a comeback.
Yeah.
And you root for the lovable loser.
Yes.
Everybody roots for the lovable loser.
And then Ralph gets himself into his problems. It's not like outside forces.
It's all on him.
It's all on him.
Yeah.
It's all on him.
Exactly.
What's that famous line he says, Joe? Is my fault.
Oh, how could it be? How could I have done something wrong? Wait a minute. How could it be my fault if I did something wrong?
Well, yeah, basically.
I don't know anybody else's fault it could be if you did something wrong. How could it be my fault if I did something wrong? That was a great line.
That's a great line. So that's the thing we were talking about. Just revisiting last week's for a little bit.
Correct.
Just to get that 1 point in on friendship.
Yes.
And it's so important
It's
to Ed
so
Norton.
important.
It probably is to Ralph, too.
But he doesn't show it.
He just
as
doesn't
much.
have that personality to show that.
Right. And that's
because he tell you, hey, get out, Norton. Get out before I do something.
Before I do something.
You know, here Norton's got the thing on his head. I'm saying, wow, that thing must have been there for 2 weeks. Because he hit it with the stickball bat, you would think, right?
The insinuation is that he hit him with the stickball.
Yeah.
Come on down, Norton.
Yeah,
I want to tell you how it came
out.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
So that was more to the timeline. It was part timeline, part friendship. So you wanted to touch on that?
For an episode, A Matter of Record.
Oh.
You know, the Blabbermouth episode. You know, I mean, it's iconic.
Okay,
people
Joe,
who don't
it.
really, drink. Anybody, if you're drinking. But yeah, even for people that don't, not DEFCON 3s, they still know, the Blabbermouth episode.
Blabbermouth. Everybody knows Blabbermouth.
Everybody knows the Blabbermouth episode.
The two things I always say that people notice the most are Blabbermouth and Mambo.
Yeah.
When you think about it, like you're saying, like a DEFCON 1 person or something like that, would still know. If you said to them, Blabbermouth, they would know what you're talking about. You said Mambo, they would know what you're talking about. Maybe even 111, they would know what you're talking about.
Maybe.
But those two?
Without a doubt. Yep, so, absolutely.
That's
then once, when you get into the 2s and the 3s,
DEFCON
2s and 3, then
we go a little farther.
Skip the technicalities. Speaking of skip the technicalities, here we go. All right. This episode, our episode, number 73. It's going to be all around the episode of Ralph Incorporated, Season 1, Episode 19.
Yes.
And what we were talking about is that this episode, Ralph Cramden Inc., with the Yellow Belly Sapsucker and the business, the 30% of the stockholders. All in one thing, including Top Hand, Dress Pan, Draw.
Pan, Dress Pan.
This episode is so underrated.
It's loaded.
Until you think about it, it's loaded.
It's loaded. You got the
loaded.
peanut butter thing.
Peanut butter thing.
The crunchy
kind. Jam it, smash it against your head.
And you'll
the
hear
yellow
a
belly
crunch.
sapsucker. Today I saw a parrot. I mean, it's just sticking the thing on the forehead.
35%, and he rips the
go
paper
to
into that's
right.
what's left. Of
That's what's left.
$40 million.
$40 million.
And he just rips it
Even the idea of
35%.
$40 million,
which is an
All of it.
astronomical,
astronomical amount of money.
figure for
It's
that time.
$400 million back
basically.
then.
So you're almost like $500 million.
I'd love to know what Mary Monahan, what she dabbled in to get that $40 million, all right?
Her husband-
This miser was just riding the bus every day.
Her husband was making more than donuts, I think. I don't know.
Yes. But what an underrated episode. It's got
Get
all
the
of it.
bag.
Get the bag.
Get the bag is in there.
Get the bag is in there. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh, my God. Just that
The
alone.
small
The
details.
details.
It just goes on and on. The more you think about it, the more you realize this episode is amazing.
Packed. We're going to cover it.
Loaded.
We're going to cover it.
We're going to cover some stuff on it, all right? First, we're going to do...
We're going to skip
First,
the
we're going to skip the
technicalities.
technicalities.
Which is in this episode.
Yes, which is in this episode. This is going to take me a second because I'm not prepared.
Well, that's our show.
As usual. But what
That's
we're
what
going
our
to do...
show's all about, unpreparedness.
Yeah, I have to agree. This is all about being unprepared. But we are going to do our... where is it?
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
You're close to it.
Talk about
But
that.
you're getting closer.
But you're getting closer. Talk about Badass Jew. How much of a great...
it's a great one. It's one of the hottest ones that he's done.
Yes.
Because it
All
has
right.
a lot of different types of pepper in it.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Way to stretch it.
Okay.
The Honeymooners podcast presents the One and Done Player of the Week.
All right. This is our one and done player of the week, everybody. And we all know what the one and done player of the week is. It's where we pick a character that is just shown once in the 39 episodes, and we showcase that person. And do you even know what the guy's actual name is?
No, I didn't look that up.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't look that up.
Well, you know why?
either.
We just basically, we could have just did it right now, but we'd just basically decided on this.
Yeah,
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. We did.
We had a whole thing prepared, and we always do. We scrap what we prepared.
So pathetic.
That's okay. That's our spontaneity.
Yes, a spontaneity. But you know what? I should very quickly
Go on IMDb.
just look on IMDb, and I think because I have, it's right there. The Honeymooners episode guide, 18, right? Is it 18 or 19? Episode 19.
You said 19.
Yeah, and cast and crew 7, and it is John Seymour.
John Seymour.
Yes.
Okay.
Born October 24th. That's my mother's birthday.
Oh, there you go.
1897 in Boston, Massachusetts. And
A year before Ernesto the Keystone. And take me back to Sorrento.
take me back to Boston.
There we go.
Died in 1986 at the age of 1986. Let me see. Did he? Well, he was only in 32 different things.
Oh, that's
Wow,
that's not a lot.
No, not
Not a lot.
considering most of the people that were like these regular players. They were in tons of things.
other things.
Playing background
You know,
actors.
showed
and
up
stuff,
somewhere.
Yeah.
Show up in a Perry Mason somewhere.
He was first known mostly for The Defenders. I guess he played a judge.
Oh, there you go.
Check it out. He plays a lawyer in this.
Lawyer. Well, he got
plays
that look.
a judge. That's what we were saying. Naked City. He played
I also like Naked
a
City.
lawyer, number 3. So he's playing like we were saying. We were talking about how the Dr. Folsom,
Dr. Folsom.
was like we think that guy could have been a
Been
doctor.
a doctor. They grabbed him
Yeah.
off as, somebody's doctor. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Poetry Meadows' doctor. Excuse me, can you play a part here?
Can you act? Do you have a nice voice? All right, you're in.
Fit you to a T. It's a doctor. You can play a doctor.
Yeah, doctor. But we were saying this, that Dr. Carson,
Yep.
he was like a perfect attorney.
He looked like a lawyer.
He looked like a lawyer.
In
Like
the-
we were saying.
in the 50s.
Yeah,
like
even
the way they
though-
looked.
Yeah, and look, lawyer is now always affiliated with a punchline.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
how many how many lawyers and this and that.
Yeah.
and it's always like bad jokes about lawyers.
Bad negative stuff about
negative things.
But back then, it was prestigious.
Yes,
and he had
everybody wanted their kid to be a lawyer or a doctor.
Yeah, and he had that prestigious look to him. That
yes.
He, like Folsom putting over being a doctor.
Yep.
He puts over being a lawyer.
An attorney.
An attorney who's handling this woman's estate who has a lot of money.
Yes.
You know, this ain't one of the lawyers that you see on the billboards. You know,
right.
You know, this is probably an esteemed law firm in New York City.
Absolutely. And he played it perfectly. And then now we're looking real quick. He played, and then it's like they're not stupid. They understand certain people have a certain look.
Mm-hmm.
If I got into acting, I would not be I guess they call it put for like, let's have him play a doctor. Yeah. I don't look like a doctor. Let's have him be a gorilla trainer. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead. You have me. You know, truck driver. Yeah, let him be Joe Klecko's stand-in. But, so that's going to be our one and done.
Yeah.
And so first we're going to start.
What was his name? John Seymour?
John Seymour.
John Seymour.
Yep.
Okay.
I wonder if he's related to the other Seymour, the woman.
Oh, the lady. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She played.
Is that Mrs.
Stevens? I think it was Mrs. Stevens.
Could have been Mrs. Stevens.
Yeah, she was also in Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Yeah.
Yep.
The secretary.
So who knows? We should look into that. Yeah, look into that, people.
Somebody else look into that.
Somebody look into
We're
that.
busy. We're busy with Honeymooners.
Exactly.
That we can't even get right.
So we're going to start with the first part when Carson comes in to the apartment.
Mm-hmm. I hope I didn't offend you, Ralph, but, you know, the way I drive a hard bargain, I got to watch out for my interests.
I got to admit, you put it over on me that time, Norton. Come in.
Mr. Ralph Camden? Yeah. My name is Frederick Carson. I'm an attorney.
An attorney?
My firm is handling the estate of the late Mary Monahan. I suppose you'll remember she used to ride on your bus.
Mary Monahan. That's the old lady I used to help on and off. She used to get on the bus for years. I didn't see her lately. I was wondering what happened to her. Gee, that's a shame.
Well, she didn't forget your kindnesses. She remembered you in her will. Now, the will is going to be read tomorrow, Friday morning at 10 o'clock at her apartment. Will you be there?
Sure, I'll be there if you want me to. How come a poor lady like that's making out a will?
Well, she wasn't exactly poor.
She wasn't?
No. Her estate was valued at roughly $40 million. See you Friday.
See you Friday. Like, everything about what he did was perfect.
Yeah.
It was all like, it flowed nice.
Yep.
You know, like an attorney would speak. You know?
He just had the demeanor.
It was perfect.
Yeah, that demeanor. Perfect demeanor.
Absolutely perfect. So now you go from that, and then now, of course, I have to get to the spot where we go because I messed up the recording. But now we're going to where they're in Mrs. Monahan's mansion.
Or whatever it is. It probably could be someone on huge townhouses.
Yeah.
Somewhere uptown.
On
the park.
Central Park, Central Park West.
Yeah.
Could be. And then, and this is where they're in there, and here we go. Oh, we gotta hear that. Just hold on. This is when they first walk in now.
Yeah.
Today I saw a parrot.
Mr. Carson and the others have been waiting. I'll tell them you're here.
Yeah.
Very much. How do you do?
How do you do?
Hey, look. Today I seen a parrot.
Oh, will you?
Now look at Norton. I'm telling you now, and I'm telling you for the last time.
Look at Norton.
Don't embarrass me here.
Yeah.
Can't I even look around?
All right, but don't touch anything.
What a grouch.
You got to remember that. That's one of the 2 or 3 times he says
She's
that.
with a grouch.
This is real class, huh?
Oh,
Bet you they spent at least $100 on the furniture in this room alone.
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, Ralph, look. I bet this guy had a rotten barber. Oh, there you are.
How do you do, Mr. Carson? I'm sorry I'm late, but I was taking care of my corporation.
We were about to start without you, but there are some things that just Can't wait. Well, like we say in the sewer, time and tide, wait for no man.
This is my business associate, Mr. Norton, Mr. Carson.
This is Mr. Bradley, Mrs. Monahan's nephew.
Oh,
So you're the bus driver. I'm
Yeah.
very glad to meet you.
no hard feelings, of course. You know how fickle fate can be.
Better luck next time. Well, if we'll all be seated now, we'll get on with it.
Yes, of
This
course.
shouldn't take very long. This will is quite short, and there's no question as to its legality, so I shall skip the technicalities and get right down to the question.
Skip the technical.
Right down to the bequest.
To
He's so
Herbert
great.
Bascom,
Oh, it's good.
Herbert.
my butler, for his many years of faithful service, I leave the sum of $50,000.
0.5% of what I have. That's good.
Sorry, a little habit I picked up watching the quiz shows.
So apparently he claps at home when he's watching quiz
my
shows.
maid, Mary O'Donnell, I leave the sum of $25,000.
Some people are never satisfied.
To my nephew,
To my nephew.
Robert Hilliard Bradley,
Bradley.
who by his gambling and philandering has shown himself to be utterly incapable of handling money, I leave the sum of $1, which will undoubtedly be promptly deposited with his bookmaker.
I hope you pick a winner with it.
May I continue?
May I continue?
To Ralph Crampton, my favorite bus driver, I leave my fortune. I'm rich! I'm rich!
I just love watching
I know.
Art Carney.
I'm sorry, I came so sudden. I wasn't expecting it.
Ralph Cramden has shown himself to be kind, sober, courteous, and conscientious. And to such a man, and only such a man, would I entrust
My fortune.
Please, I'm not finished.
I'm not finished.
Let's see, where was I?
So
Oh,
great.
yes. To such a man, and only such a man, would I entrust my fortune. I therefore direct that immediately upon the reading of this will, Ralph Cramden take possession of my fortune.
Possession. Get the bag.
Mr. Cramden, this is fortune, and according to the will, you take immediate possession.
And we're staying with this for the last little bit. They all just stop. There we go.
Excuse me, Mr. Carson.
Yes.
Am I to understand that this is the fortune? Yeah.
Yes. And that's, and then of course Norton passes out right next to him.
Tries to catch his hat on the way down.
Catches hat, lands on his
Twice in
legs,
this episode.
land on Ralph's legs.
Yeah.
Probably broke his shin.
Yeah.
All right.
2 faints in this episode.
2 faints in this
And
episode.
he tries
Yeah.
to catch his hat both times on the way down.
All right. So, first of all, Carson.
yeah.
First of all, Carson, almost as good as Johnny Carson. I'll call it right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go.
Just so great. Just to skip the technicalities. Yes.
And again, like we said before, believable lawyer.
Totally believable lawyer.
Believable lawyer.
Absolutely fantastic.
Right.
It's just so great. I love him.
Is it? Actually, because, and again, too, Joe, when you have an unseen face, now we don't know, he may have made appearances in the Lost. I don't think I've ever seen him. I've seen most of the Lost. I don't think I've ever seen him. But when you see that new face, like, I mean, George Petrie could have played this part.
Right.
But you see him. He's too too noticeable, too
It's
familiar,
too easily recognizable.
Yeah, he's too familiar.
Like even when he played the psychiatrist, he was in the Get-Up.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he had the cartoonish Austrian accent.
Exactly,
you know, the whole bit.
which made it okay.
Okay, yeah.
But you couldn't make this guy cartoonish.
No, he's
he
just
had
great.
to be real.
Really, he shows up at the door, and it's just a guy we've never seen in the 39.
Absolutely.
We never saw him after the 19th. He's like right in the middle there.
Yeah, he's right there.
First half,
Didn't see him
second
before or
half,
after.
So he's right there in the middle.
Yeah.
And he just puts it over.
It's
He
beautiful.
puts it over. He's the Folsom of this episode.
He is Dr. Folsom.
Dr. Folsom
of this episode.
Of the episode,
yeah,
yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
So, of course, the great John Seymour.
John
I think it
Seymour.
is John
I think you
Seymour.
said, yeah, I think we said John.
So, here is our little thing. What would
Everybody,
Here we go.
Everybody waiting for this one.
Here we go. What would Ken Lynch be like? That's Mr. Carson. Hey, so let's skip the technicalities.
Here, Yo, open the door. I got some news for you.
You crammed in?
You crammed in? Yeah.
You crammed in?
You know that old lady?
You know the old lady?
She croaked.
She's gone.
Gone. But she didn't forget you.
She didn't forget you.
So tomorrow morning, Friday.
Tomorrow morning, Friday.
Or tomorrow, Friday morning.
Tomorrow, Friday morning.
However you say it.
However you want to do it, all right? Be
at her
down
apartment.
there. Be at her apartment. I'm not going to give you the address,
but
you
be
find
there.
it yourself.
You just beat her. You get in the paper.
And don't forget, when you get the fortune,
Yeah, wait a
make
minute.
sure you tell Mrs. Monahan,
Yeah, Monahan.
thanks
Yeah,
for nothing.
For nothing. You get 25 G's. What the hell are you crying for? What'd you have before? You had nothing before. Now you got 25 G's and you're crying?
And, of course, the guy got 50 G's
got
because
50
he's
Gs.
1955. You're abroad.
You're abroad. That's how it went. Like they say, the good old days. And you, with the bag.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing going in it, so get it the hell out of here. It's empty.
And you, $1.
$1.
One crispy buck.
Buck.
One salt. What do they call it? Sawbuck?
Sawbuck's
Sawbuck's
10.
10, right? Yeah. Yeah. You know how many clams you get in there, Hilliard?
Georgie.
One.
You get
one clam.
One Georgie.
One Georgie.
You get a Georgie.
Yeah, and go give it to your bookmaker
Go to a
because you
bookmaker.
probably owe him 10.
Yeah.
The great Ken Lynch, playing the attorney.
So I'm just going to skip the technicalities. And get right to the bequest. Who the hell talks like this?
I don't even know what a bequest is, but we're getting to it
We're
now.
going to get to him now. Please.
Get to the bequest. Oh, that is so wonderful. So funny.
If you want, put the bird in the bag because there ain't nothing else going in that bag. And get him the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the $40 million comes to me.
35%. Oh, my goodness. That
God.
is so funny.
Ken Lynch.
The great Ken
Ken
Lynch,
Lynch.
everybody.
Hope one day we can get Ken Lynch's granddaughter to call.
Oh, my God.
That would be great.
That would be so phenomenal.
Or we're going to make Doreen do it anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
we
just
could-
fake
yeah.
it, Doreen.
She's so great
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
tell
just
us you're
fake it. Yeah,
Ken
exactly.
Lynch's granddaughter.
So now, within the same episode,
Yeah.
we are
Loaded. We told you it was
We
loaded.
told you we were loaded with this. We are now doing our next bit, which is
Hear ye, verily, hear ye. The Honeymooners podcast now presents Ad Lib or Not an Ad Lib. That is the question.
all right. So now,
Great intro.
in the same episode, we want to talk about this one. Oops, hold on a second. I'm going to get this.
Throw it out there to everybody.
Yeah, we'll throw it out there. Let me see if I can get right to it.
Because, I mean, a lot of these, just searching for, a lot of these ad libs are, they're kind of questionable. I mean, it's not spearfishing.
Right.
When you know that's an ad lib.
You
we
know
know
it's
that's
an
an ad
ad-lib.
lib. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. So
But
that's-
these other things could and couldn't be.
Could or couldn't
which
be.
It's just your personal opinion,
Exactly.
and we want to hear it.
Yeah, and don't and
And I hope we get better response than we did last week. We had like one comment
Yeah.
on the page. Like,
Yeah.
where's
Yeah,
everybody?
Everybody's on vacation, I guess.
Vacation.
Everybody's at Fred Landing. So I'm going to play this part again, and we'll listen for the ad lib.
Yeah.
And also, I can't think of the name, but you put it up for us to do an ad lib for the one thing that Norton does in Dial J. We'll do it next week.
Yeah, we'll do that
all
next
right?
week, yeah.
So, all right, here we go.
Herbert Bascom, my butler. For his many years of faithful service, I leave the sum of $50,000.
I have no problem listening to this again.
Great.
Sorry, a little habit I picked up watching the quiz shows.
You know, it's great watching Ralph's face when he does that. It's great.
To my maid, Mary O'Donnell, I leave the sum of $25,000.
I know. I'm just thinking Ken Lynch now. Quit your weeping.
Some people are never satisfied.
Quit your weeping. All right.
To my nephew,
Here we go.
Robert Hilliard Bradley,
Hilliard Bradley.
who by his gambling and philandering has shown himself to be utterly incapable of handling money, I leave the sum of $1, which will undoubtedly be promptly deposited with his bookmaker.
I hope you pick a winner with it.
Please, may I continue?
Please, may I continue?
Okay.
Can't answer that. Shut the hell up. I ain't done yet.
Quit with your wisecracks. So this is now we wonder about this ad lib.
Yeah.
Pick a winner with it.
Yeah.
Not sure, because that sounds like something Gleason would say. Because Gleason, whenever it came to any of the seven deadly sins, Gleason was part of all of them.
Yeah, he had 8.
You know, yes, he ate 8 of them. He ate all of them.
Yeah.
So we wonder, is that an ad lib? And I just don't know.
I don't know either. I'm going to say it is.
You're going to think it is?
Now, the only reason why, too,
Okay.
is, Joe's that little pause between Carson and then Gleason. There's a pause, and then Gleason blurts out this line. I hope you pick a winner.
Now, do you think that maybe he said, look, when you do that, like, do you think Carson, maybe they said, listen, when you do that, give a second.
Give a second to
Gleason
him,
might
say something. Right.
Who knows? Because obviously he wasn't rehearsing
Right.
with them. So maybe whoever the stand-in was that would stand in for Gleason while they were rehearsing. Because there was that pause.
There's a pause.
So it could go either way.
Either way.
Because the pause could be, that's John Seymour waiting for Gleason to say his
something.
line.
Yeah, say his line. Because Gleason, and then it wouldn't be a line that Gleason would forget. I mean, we know he's famous for forgetting lines,
but that wouldn't be a line
that
he'd forget.
is a line he would not forget.
Because that's probably something he said in his real life.
Yeah. I hope you pick a winner. But he edited it himself. You never know.
You don't know.
You don't know. But it's up. I don't know.
So
it's up for questions.
We want a little bit more feedback from you
more
guys.
More than one.
All right. So I'll put it up after the show comes out. I'll say, hey, for episode number 73, the ad lib. Do you think it was an ad lib or not? And just
what do
go
you say,
down the
Joe?
line.
What do you say? What do you say?
What
say you?
What say you? I don't think so. Only because of that pause. I think the pause was him. Now
you're talking about Carson's pause.
Carson's pause,
giving him his opportunity,
his
window to say his line.
Now maybe
that makes sense.
Maybe they didn't know what he was going to say, which is very possible. Like, listen, when you do it, give a second, because Gleason might just say something because they knew him so well. And so in that regard, yeah, maybe it was an ad lib.
Yeah.
But I don't think I just think that he knew what he was going to say.
Yeah.
I think.
And I thought it was to me, was the pause.
Right.
That's what got me as possibly being an ad lib, was just that slight pause.
Right.
And that was mine.
What? We can double this real quick. Do you think Get the Bag was an ad lib?
I always said Get the Bag. I always thought Get the Bag was an ad lib.
I think so too.
I always thought that was an ad lib.
I think so too, because it was.
What do you call that show? A callback?
Yes, a callback.
Callback, because Norton had mentioned the bag. Okay,
right,
so,
exactly.
We don't see the bag.
Right, because it's.
We don't see it at all, right in the scene.
Then he doesn't walk in with it.
No, it's I think we covered this once where we said we think he leaves it out when they came in.
Oh,
Not
okay.
going to walk in with the suitcase.
Right,
but
right.
I always thought, here's a good one. Between the both of them, which do you think is more of an ad lib? Get the bag, or I hope you pick a winner with it?
I think it's get the bag.
Get the bag. I would say get the bag.
I think get the bag. Only because at the moment he says get the bag,
Yeah.
and we could play it real quick. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
What else are we doing?
Yeah.
It seems like there's more commotion going on.
Yeah.
And that was thrown in, squeezed in.
Play, because I want to say something.
Okay.
To Ralph Cramden, my favorite bus driver, I leave my fortune. I'm rich! I'm rich! Control yourself.
Control yourself. That's great. That could be an ad lib.
Came so sudden, I wasn't expecting it.
Control yourself.
Ralph Cramden has shown himself to be kind, sober, courteous, and conscientious. And to such a man, and only such a man, would I entrust my fortune. Please, I'm not finished.
Please.
I'm not finished. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, yes. To such a man, and only such a man, would I entrust my fortune. I therefore direct that immediately upon the reading of this will, Ralph Cramden take possession of my fortune.
Get the bag.
Bascom.
See, that's why I think it's an ad lib.
Yeah.
Because he's saying
Bascom.
get Bascom, get the thing, and he says it right around the same time.
Now, the laugh part, they're not laughing at get the bag. I don't even think the audience even catches. They're anticipating
that
Bascom getting
they're anticipating the joke.
taking
joke
the
being
bird
the bird
because he
as-
says get Bascom
Right.
and the audience is seeing this
Now they're realizing.
because they know the bird's name is Fortune.
Right, and you're not thinking of it probably until that moment. Like,
Exactly.
you're not thinking, oh, it's Fortune. You know, that was the bird's name when they said it.
No, I think they are.
You think?
I think they are because I think that's why they're laughing.
No, I think that at
Because
that
they're not
moment,
laughing.
I don't think
they're not
they
laughing
knew-
at get the bag.
No,
We laugh at get
right.
the bag.
Do you think that once he says, "I leave you my fortune," and they go, "We're rich," do you
Yeah.
think the audience knew at that point that it was the bird?
If they were paying attention to Mary O'Donnell,
Right.
Come Fortune,
Fortune,
eat your breakfast.
eat your breakfast.
I don't think so.
See, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think so.
When he goes Bascom, it all
Yes.
rushes to their head.
Heads like,
all of
oh
a sudden
my
they're
God.
like, "Oh my God,
It's the bird.
It's the bird."
And that's what they're laughing at.
Yes, I agree.
'Cause
They're
it's
not even
basically-
paying attention to the get the bag.
No, 'cause the best thing-
somebody moved.
Yeah.
They're watching a play.
You're
Somebody
watching-
moves,
somebody's
your eye
is
movement is
there.
going to go to
Your
there.
eye is there.
Yep.
And the get the bag is not loud. It's very soft, subtle.
Yes. I think it's an ad lib.
Oh, I'm gonna say like I said, between the two of them,
Yep.
I'm gonna say get the bag.
Ad lib.
One for get the bag.
Right.
Zero
Zero for.
for. I hope you pick a winner.
Hope
with
you
it.
pick a winner with it.
That's,
Yep.
that's the McGillicuddy.
All right. Let's hear it real quick.
Yeah.
Let's-
That's great.
And only such a man would I entrust my fortune.
See, the audience is laughing at them right now.
Yes.
I'm not finished.
I'm not finished.
Where was I? Oh, yes.
That's
To
an ad lib.
such a
Where
man,
was I? Oh, yeah.
and only such a man would I entrust my fortune. I therefore direct that immediately upon the reading of this will, Ralph Cramden take possession of my fortune.
Get the bag.
Bascom. Because he's saying Bascom, and it's like almost like get the bag is talking over
His
that.
fortune. And
Yes.
according to the will, you take immediate possession.
And what happens is they start to laugh, and as he goes to grab the bird, now they're really picking up on
Picking
the
up
laughter.
what it is, what
is
with
going
fortune,
on.
and he's getting the bird.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I don't think they're laughing at
because
the
you
get
hear
the bag.
when you hear it, Joe. He's talking over Mr. Carson.
Correct.
Because Carson, so that's what's making me think that it's an ad lib because
I
Carson's
believe
not prepared
wholeheartedly.
for
Yep.
him to say get the bag.
Get
He's just
the
saying
bag.
Bascom, like get the bird.
Absolutely. Get the
So
bag. That
I
was
would
a
say
brilliant ad lib
Oh,
that at
God.
the moment nobody picked up on.
No.
Because they're watching it live.
you're watching it live. You're not going to pick on.
I'm going to bet 99 out of 100, maybe even more than that.
No, no, higher than that.
Higher than that is going to say that this was an ad lib.
Ad
So
lib.
that's our homework.
Yeah.
First one, pick a winner with it.
Pick a winner with it.
Ad lib or
Ad
not
lib.
ad lib. And
Get the bag.
Ad lib or not ad lib.
So
I
it's-
think no ad lib, ad lib.
Yep.
That's what I think.
I think that the bag was the ad lib.
Okay, without a doubt.
Got to be. Got to be.
Absolutely. All right. Cool.
Oh man. That was great. Oh, I love
Yes.
it. Great episode.
So,
It's becoming trapped.
It's becoming trapped. But yeah, Ralph Cramden Incorporated, episode number 19. It's phenomenal. So, all right. Well,
we got a lot of that, Joe.
We sure did.
We got 3 bits out of that.
We ended up with 4 bits.
Yeah, 4. That's true, 4.
2 ad-libs.
Yep.
The one and done.
Done.
And Ken Lynch. The Ken Lynch.
We got to get an intro for Ken Lynch, Joe.
I know. We already have the name.
Get on the phone to Copenhagen.
All right. Well, we're going to get to the end here. And, of course, we couldn't have the ending without.
Now, Tom, who is our first guest, please?
Herb! Our first guest, ready to leap the first hurdle on his way to the $99,000 answer, is our
courier from Parsippany, New Jersey, Joe Conti.
Thank you.
I hope you miss it.
Yes, thank you. All right. Here we go. Now, we're going old school with this, right?
Old school. I discovered this by listening to an old podcast.
Maniac.
When you're retired and you have absolutely nothing to do, you listen to old Honeymooner podcast episodes. Oh, God. I got 73 of them now. And it was the old rapid fire.
Now, explain the rapid fire to everybody.
There's rules.
Yeah, because I forgot to.
I'm going to ask Joe a series of questions, and Joe has to give it to me as fast as he can.
Gotcha.
And as soon as he misses one, he's out.
Okay.
And I want to see the expression on your face
when I miss it. When you miss it.
All right, Joe, I'm going to give you the option here.
Okay.
It's money. It's a money rapid fire.
Okay.
It has to do with money figures.
Gotcha.
Now, I think it would be better if I give you the money figure and you tell me what it is.
Gotcha.
Okay? I think it's easier that way.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Start the clock. The sundial.
Hold on. Ready?
There you go.
And
there we go. Okay. 39 cents.
Gas bill.
Wrong.
Wait. Oh, wait a minute. 39 cents? No, I'm sorry. That's 93 cents.
Yes.
Is the gas bill.
Okay, that's way down to the bottom. Okay, but that's okay. You'll give me that one.
39 cents. You owe me 39 cents for the game. Cards.
No, it was actually the electric bill.
Oh, the electric.
Remember you haven't blown a fuse in 10 years?
Yeah,
Okay.
39 cents.
All right, we'll give you that one.
All right, go ahead. Damn.
$50,000.
What?
$50,000.
That's how much Bascom got.
Oh, I forgot that one. That was wasn't what I was thinking of. I'm going to give you that one, too.
Okay.
There was another one.
There's another one?
What the funny money was worth.
Oh, 50 grand.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Okay. Well, it was just wrong.
I was just on.
I got ADHD. It just happened. That's the only reason I remembered it.
Forgot
Go
it. $1 an hour.
Oh, what? Ed would charge Ralph to help clean up.
Correct.
Yep.
89 cents a pound.
Oh, it's chopped meat.
Wrong.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, butter. 89 cents a pound. Sorry.
What was chopped meat? Sweetie pie.
58 cents a pound.
Sweetie pie.
Sweetie pie. I'm sorry. Yes.
Sweetie pie.
Sweetie pie's part of it. Yeah.
There we go. $186.32.
Oh, $186. That's how much we owe.
Yes.
That's what money we owe?
Yes.
With the money that we have.
Okay. Now. All right. Now. $4.95.
That is how much they paid for the vacuum cleaner.
You got it. $25.
$25. $25. That's. Is that what I wanted? Sal's? No, not at Sal's Pizzeria. $25. Can you give me some sort of hint on that one?
The Christmas episode.
Oh, Uncle Leo gave it $25.
That's
okay. Terrible. I should have known that.
$22.
Oh, that's how much Ralph saved.
Right,
Christmas
for the bowling
ball, right.
Okay. 50 cents.
Oh, you owe me 50 cents.
No.
That's for the...
No,
Oh, wait a minute.
There's another one.
50... Can you say how they say it?
I'll say Pierre-Francois Delabriowski. That's your hint.
Oh, I spent 50 cents on this snuff.
Snuff.
Okay. Good guess. I mean, good hint. Good hint.
All right. $176.30.
$176.30. Why does that not ring a bell? $176.30. And 30 cents.
It's a high number. Kind of ridiculously high.
My Lord. $176.30. Oh, that's how much Ralph owes him for phone.
You got it.
Phone.
You got that. Okay, last one. 50 cents an hour.
Oh, that's how much Alice was going to get paid for babysitting.
Babysit. You got it.
All right.
That was rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Brought that back. That was great,
That was
dude.
good.
Yeah,
I forgot
I kind of failed. I failed miserably on that, but it was okay.
What about me? I got a question wrong, and I'm writing.
All right. Well, let's see. That wraps up our episode. Who can we thank? Every week we thank the same people, and we love thanking everybody. First of all, we thank Silk City Hot Sauce, Jeff Kingfish Slavinsky, for being our sponsor. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Get yourself some great hot sauce. Put RX, not RK.
No, not RK.
RX in the coupon code. Get yourself 50% off your order and a free bottle of cherry sriracha. We thank all of you guys who listen, all of you guys who email us. You comment on Facebook, and some of you special pals who, you know who you are. We love you all. We thank you.
You've been with us since episode 1.
Yes. And don't forget to share some of our episodes or clips or even funny moments that you can on your social media. Spread the word for this podcast, because every time we hear somebody who just Googles, they're looking for a podcast, they end up just listening to it and then binging the whole thing.
Right, we just got a recent one like that.
Yep.
Somebody recently emailed us.
He was like, I wonder if there's a podcast about honeymooners, found us, and loves it.
Loves it.
So
He's
we
binging
thank you.
them.
Thank you,
Yeah.
all of you. Who else can we thank? The great Facebook group, the Honeymooners Raccoon Lodge with Joy and Brother Norton. And also my 1-hour comedy DVD and CD. It's called Happiness. You can download it anywhere you get music or comedy. If you want, you can purchase it for like $6 or $7 on iTunes. If you want to support me, that's great. It's 1 hour of a different type of comedy than what you used to hear. But besides that, that's it. Episode number 73 in the books. For me, Joe Conti, and my pal Louis Fats, we say RX, and we'll see you next time.
E pluribus raccoonum. Night all. And buy your t-shirts.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
We'll have to do this again real soon.
How about tomorrow night?
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.